What's going on, 80K Sports Performance families? Coach Ryan here with this week's Coach's Corner, and this week I wanted to talk about something that I am super passionate about as a coach, and that is long-term athletic development. And what long-term athletic development is looking at the long-term development of our athletes starting from young ages, as young as we work with, as 8 years old, all the way through their athletic careers, through high school, college, and beyond. And looking at it from that whole lens and thinking about it as a slow cooker process versus a microwave process. And that is pretty contrary to what a lot of people think of in today's youth sports landscape, which is really unfortunate. Because a lot of times we have families come to us and they need their athletes to get as strong as they can in 6 weeks or as fast as they can in 6 weeks or improve this metric or that metric, but it's in a really short period of time. And unfortunately, we have to explain to them that that's like planting a seed and then looking at it and yelling at it to grow. They're probably going to be disappointed with the results because what we know through years of research is that when we're looking to develop an athlete and develop qualities like strength and speed and agility, is that it takes time and it takes consistency. So we're slow cooking that process. You can't microwave it, because when we do microwave it, which is what unfortunately we see a lot of, it leads to high injuries, it leads to burnout, and it leads to a lot of disappointment, unfortunately. We're seeing that athletes who specialize early are 70 to 93% more likely to get injured, which is a really scary statistic. And we're seeing more and more of these athletes specializing down to one sport, younger and younger. And they're sold this idea that that's going to help them make it to the pros, play Division I, but unfortunately that's not true. Odds are that probably isn't going to happen, and you're probably going to get burnt out or injured before that happens. And it's because they're trying to skip necessary steps of developing that base level of strength, developing a movement library, which is going to help them develop as an athlete as a whole and as a person as a whole. Unfortunately, in my career, I have seen some really high-level baseball players that if you ask them to shoot a basketball, they slam it off the backboard because they're so specialized in baseball that you have them do anything that's not baseball related, and they look like they could be the worst athlete you've ever worked with. But unfortunately, that is the landscape of modern youth sports because everyone wants to microwave that process, and they're trying to teach a kindergartner calculus overnight, which again is not going to work out well. So one thing I'm really focused on and on programming here at the club, and all of our coaches are focused on, is that long-term plan of consistent hard work over the long term to see the real success, as opposed to trying to come in 6 weeks, work as hard as we can, and think that some sort of magic's going to happen. So if you and your athlete are interested in that long-term success and that overall athletic development that they're really looking for, that's really going to help them stand out as an athlete, feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to discuss how we can help you and your athlete. We'll see you next week.